Hey there, Jed Coburnis here with JedCoburnis.com, and this is Talk Therapy, where essentially I am just talking to myself, just tapping into my truth every day, right here, right now. That's what's happening. So the first 10 minutes is me versus my ego. Second 10 minutes is me with my ego, and the third 10 minutes is simply just me. Sometimes I go 30 minutes, sometimes I don't. Who knows? But a lot of times it's just freeing. This is just freeing for me. And almost every time I have no idea what I'm going to say, and that's okay with me. I literally just talk to myself because it helps. It helps me reassure the fact that I'm on the right path. I'm on the right there. See? Right there's my ego. I was going to go, but I'm not going to. Because whenever I pause, or I go, or it means my ego gets in the way. That second voice in your head that's always like, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't screw up, don't say the wrong thing. And that's okay. And that's why I do this, is to basically just put it all out there without even thinking about it, without even just worrying about what I sound like, what I say. And if anybody ever would listen to this, that's awesome, right? I have a newsletter out there, JedCoburnis.com/newsletter. I put daily messages out there to that newsletter. And, it's basically just anything that's happening on that day, anything relevant, anything motivational, anything informational. That's what I am. I'm a good news merchant. I just sit here, I just be, and I'm just who I am. And I'm in love with that process. So, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea, and I love that I don't know. That's a Kyle Cease thing. If you're new to listening to what I do, I listen to only very select few people nowadays. I listen to Gary Vaynerchuk. I shouldn't say listen, I consume content, let's put it that way, from Gary Vaynerchuk, Kyle Cease, Larry Hochman, Diane Hochman, and that's pretty much about it. And a few other sources that I forget to remember, and that's okay. But I don't take in content. Oh, and I would say Lisa Ruth. I don't take in content that is not going to help me move forward. And I think that's what it is. I think maybe that's what my talk therapy is today, is just reassuring myself that I am on the right path, and I am hearing what I need to hear and learning what I need to learn. Because really what it comes down to is just hanging out. I think that's what I want to say, is hanging out. Just hanging out with these people every day. Whether they know it or not, right? You consume information. You're consuming this right now if you're listening to it. I would be honored if I'm one of your 5 people. But that's what it is what content am I consuming every day that either helps me or hurts me? And I think my level of awareness brings it up so high that I'm there. I was just watching the news, man, and I don't watch the news that often, but they were just talking about, the summer is the most dangerous times for teens to be driving, and before that it was the gorilla that pulled the little child in with it, and they shot the gorilla. Okay, that's news, I understand that, but that's content, right? I don't want to be consuming that content too often, because that doesn't help me move forward. What helps me move forward is believing in myself and continuing to persevere. And, if I get off the path a little bit, all I got to do is come right back to where I was listening to, and And those 5 people, like, they really help me stay on the path. Now, let me preface all of that with, who's the ultimate person that I listen to and ask for help? It's myself, right? And where does my belief systems are what they are, and you can have whatever belief systems you want. But my belief is, it comes down to myself. I ask myself, what is it that I should be doing? What is it can I be doing? And what is it that I get to do? And then once myself answers, it really comes down to self. What is self? My belief is my creation comes from God. So if you want to hit stop right there and you're going, oh no, he's going to talk religion. Okay, I'm not. Right? I'm not going to talk religion. I'm just giving you just a little bit of background. And this is myself. Like, literally, I'm reminding myself of who I am. And that's what talk therapy is all about. But really putting it out there. So the difference between this and formal talk therapy is I'm sharing this with the public. And some people would argue that, oh my gosh, that's not really effective because you don't have somebody sitting on the other side of you asking questions. I ask myself questions. I might sound nuts, but I don't really care. So it comes back to my belief comes from God, right? Like anything that I do when I really stop and sit and listen and do nothing, that comes from God. That comes from myself. Okay, so back to it. So then I get those answers, or I acquire those answers, or those answers come to me. Because when you're in the state of get or want, you're in the state of lack. So when you get to do right there, do you hear that? That was my ego. It was my ego at 7 minutes crawling in. That ego. Not gonna let it happen because I'm just talking. There's no wrong thing I can say right now. But just for the sole fact that I sit and I do nothing helps me tenfold, right? And where did I learn that? I learned that from many resources, like the ones that I said. Diane Hockman, she's into that, what she calls woo-woo, right? Kyle Cease, he sits every day for at least an hour and meditates. Brian Finale, he's one of the creators, one of the founders, or the founder, not exactly sure, of MLSP. He is big time into meditation. He actually calls it mental rehearsal. So that's where meditation comes from. And it's huge. This is huge stuff. And again, I'm just reminding myself that sitting and doing nothing and consuming content that only helps you grow, only helps you expand instead of contracts your mind, is helping, is doing what I think what God intended for me to do, for what is intended for me to do. So what does that mean for me? And that's what I keep asking. I don't know, and I love that I don't know. We close on the house, this is what's going to happen, and what does that look like for all of us, and what's going to happen next? I don't know, and I love that I don't know. I mean, it's a big deal. What does any of this look like? What does any of this feel like? Why am I asking these questions? That I don't know. And then again, I love that I don't know. And that's what talk therapy is all about. This entire process is about, is you get to ask yourself any of this. And maybe the answer will come today, maybe it'll come 30 days from now. But when you consume content, right? When the information that you're watching, reading, absorbing, learning, what does that look like? Like this morning, it hit me. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. My online work, my online hobby, it's not a hobby, it's work. It's work, but I love it. like last night I cranked out a lot of information, which is awesome. But when my online work becomes, and I say when, not if, but when the online work becomes what it is, right? When it becomes the income generating process that I know it will be, that I know it is. It hit me this morning that the product, like we all have products that we want, we all have products. I am the product. I am my product in my company. My company is me. My company is JedKobernitz.com. And my product, what do I love to do? I love to create videos. I love to create shows. I love to create content. So what would people pay me for? Well, people will pay me to make custom workouts, custom WODs. And package deals came to mind this morning. Package deals. Like if you want to do single WODs, sure. Go for it. You pay me for a single WOD. But I don't think that would have much value, but that's just me. So packs of 3, packs of 6, packs of 9, packs of 12, right? You can do individual packs like that, or you can do monthly, right? What would monthly look like? And I don't know. And I love that I don't know, because that just hit me right now. Because I think when it comes down to it, if you did monthly, right? If you did monthly WODs, like monthly workout subscription, is kind of what's happening in YGT, except that's the YGT Fitness, except that's kind of like a coaching group, that's a support group, that's, what would that look like? What would custom workouts per month look like? I don't know. I'm going to have to explore that one a little bit more. And I love that I don't know what that looks like. But that's what it is. It's I provide value with my workouts, with my WODs every day. And if anybody wants more custom workouts, custom to, and what would custom look like? It's, first of all, everybody loves to hear their own name, okay? So I think what a lot of the DVD sets are missing are real time, for one, because everything changes. Fitness is constantly changing. And I think two is personalization, right? So like, we love our own name. So if I would say, hey, Nikki, nice job. Keep going. You got this. You got this, Nikki. Let's keep going. Let's do 2 more reps. Let's do 1 more rep. Let's do 1 more round. Nikki, keep going. Right? Like, you just know that feels better. I know that if somebody calls me by my name, I'm going to not necessarily respect, because it has nothing to do with respect, but I'm going to feel a way deeper bond that if somebody wouldn't remember my name. It'd be like, good job, you're doing great. It just feels like there's something missing. Because, good job, you're doing great, Nikki. Keep it going. Like, that's what it's about. To me, that's what it's about. So, the custom WODs, custom workouts, I think it's a big calling that hit me this morning, was like, oh, and not to get rich, right? Not to get money, not to have a lot of money, blah, blah, blah. It's to provide value. It is literally to provide value. And to make a person feel good. Like, it doesn't matter if you got 1 push-up done or 1 squat done. It comes down to, why are you doing it? It comes down to you actually committing to getting something done. And I keep saying it, like I probably say it a million more times with all of these talk therapies. I'm talking to myself right now, and it is just me reminding that I'm doing good. I am doing good. That I am on the right track, no matter what. No matter how derailed I get, or how on track I am, or how spot on I am. It's all part of the process, and I'm owning it, and I'm responsible for it. It literally amazes me that I'm to the level of awareness I am right now. And it doesn't take me that long to get to my truth. It doesn't take me that long to get, to tap into my truth. It used to take me all of 20 minutes. So I could probably say the first 5 minutes could probably go down to the 15-minute mark. The first 5 minutes is me versus my ego. The second 5 minutes is me with my ego. And the third 5 minutes is just me. Like, I could probably really break this down to only 15 minutes. I could probably do that because I'm getting that good at it. And everything that I do, 15 minutes, right? The workouts only take 15 minutes because they're efficient. Like, you practice and practice and practice and make them they only need to be 15 minutes. That's amazing to me. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I think that's what I'm going to start doing. Because 30 minutes now, I don't need 30 minutes. That's when it comes down to it, why am I doing this? Because I need to get everything out. I need to just completely, put it all out there. The last few days, I haven't done any of this, and I just feel so good to do this. It feels really good to get this out there, to get it going again. That's important to me because I just feel like it's so good. It feels so good to put it out there. But yeah, I think you got to know when you're done too, versus just kind of not necessarily wasting time, because none of this is really a waste of time. But you could, this is me telling you, right? Me, and you is me. I know, it's funny. Wrap your head around that one. But this is just me being me and knowing when I'm done. Like, knowing when I've let it all out. So today I think I'm good. And I think I only need about 15 minutes nowadays. Talk therapy. Going from 30 to 15. Nah. So consume your content. Surround yourself with people who make you expand. Whether that's in person or on the internet or on TV. Whatever it is, right? Like, consume your content in a way that will help you expand, not contract. And as always, if you're willing to change from the neck up, you will change from the neck down. I believe in you. Now it's your turn to start believing in yourself. Stay safe out there. Be blessed. Bye for now.